Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Today, downtown Coral Bay, that's where we are. But it appears that we are at the end of the pier, and we are. Have a look at that. This is the rock formation that is designed to protect the little Coral Bay harbour over there. And that is the blue Mediterranean Sea. That's the rock's edge. And of course, those are the blue feet of me. And I've come out all the way across these rocks, and we're going to take you back, and you're going to get views to die for, and you never know, I may even fall on my jumper. So here we go. The rock surface has been battered by the waves for years. There are all different heights, all different levels, so the camera work probably will be that little bit Sherlock Holmes, but stick with us as we make our way back towards the mainland, and you're going to get some great views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. And we are at the rear of the Coral Bay Beach Hotel and Resort. That's over there to the right hand side, and of course to the left, well, that's the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, to give you a bit of an update on the channel, people who follow the channel regularly understand that we had a bit of a loss. Marika's father, Edward, unfortunately has passed away. Gave us a bit of a sucker punch on New Year's Eve, shall we say. He is now rapidly descending from Russia into Georgia, and his funeral will take place on Friday. We're running at about a day in arrears, if you're curious to understand where we are at the moment, if you're watching these, shall we call it, live as they come out. So, there are some troubled times on the channel, Marika and me. And Mr. Paul is on his own, so he's looking for some strange ideas to do to hopefully keep you, well, keep on coming back. We understand you like a bit of a drive, but obviously that can get a bit boring, so hopefully on top of a bit of a drive, you do like to watch a bit of a wiggle and a waggle on the rocks in downtown Coral Bay. And just over there is Corallia Bay. And you may have noticed, if you look very, very carefully, that there are quite a few people sunbathing. And there's an awful lot of people walking around, well, in light clothing, shall we say. Let's just stop here for a second and try and digest the beauty and the spectacality of that view. First week of January. The temperature is around about 22 degrees. Yes, Sean and Dawn, if you're eating your breakfast, you did hear me correctly. The temperature is around about 22 degrees. And we are in the first week of January. Absolutely spectacular. There you go, Mr. Butler. If you remember that hotel, well, that's where you came out with Miss Bev, Jeannie and Alan, and had a great holiday. In fact, a holiday quite simply to die for. That's the rather nice little quaint Coral Bay harbour to the rear. Highly illegal, by the way, but never mind. Who cares about those kind of things? Let's continue with our walk out across these rocks, and hopefully you're enjoying what you see, and hopefully you will come back for a little bit more of our madness, shall we say. I know walking on rocks seems to be easy, and it is, I'm not complaining, but it's a bit harder when you've got a camera in your hand and you're watching people in and around you as well. Because there was two ladies in the distance, they obviously didn't want to be on camera, they assumed I was going to try and grab them and bring them into the film, but I wouldn't do that. We'll never intrude on your privacy unless you want us to. It's that simple. Have a look at that. Now, people who understand what they're looking at, that could be Double Trouble, for example, Jeremy and Simon, they understand that that is Corallia Bay. And that's possibly a better beach than even the Coral Bay beach. There's debate over that, but I actually believe that Corallia Bay is better than Coral Bay Beach. And then we're back to the Coral Bay Beach Hotel and Resort and their quaint, highly illegal little harbour. So let's keep going along these rocks and get back down onto the mainland, shall we say, across the little pier and to dry land, as we would say. And we'll go for a little stroll along to Corallia Beach. So you're going to get to see a great beach. And you never know, if your name's Dave Johnner, you might get to see some scantily clad ladies. You never know, but we're not that kind of channel. Here we go. Coming back to shore, as they would say. Bit of improvements going on over there. There's a bit of big diggering going on. And then we'll start by going to the left, and we will wiggle and waggle towards what technically is known as Corallia Bay Beach. And then you've got the Corallia Beach Hotel looking down upon it. Not the greatest hotel in the world, it's about 3-star, but it provides you with what you want. Got a nice swimming pool. If you go hunting back through our little videos, pop in the search bar Marika and me Corallia Beach Hotel, and boom, up that one will come. It's got a great swimming pool, and it's in a raised, elevated position, so its view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea is truly spectacular indeed. So you can see this beach has been given a little bit of a battering, because we do get some bad weather, and it does get a bit chopsy-mopsy in the evenings now and again, shall we say. We don't always live in paradise. You know, I know Sean and Dawn think that we do, but you know, it's not always paradise. You do get a bit of chopsy-mopsiness in the weather now and again. If you go hunting back through our earlier videos from last February, well, you get to watch us watching Receviana Booth, that's Marika, the love of my life, and myself getting battered by the wind as we walk along the coastal pathway, in particular to the rear of the Alexander the Great Hotel. The things that we will do for oh so sweet Caroline and the #1 man, Mr. Nigel Big Guns. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're not going to storm the Olympic Lagoon Hotel in their name. Oh no, because we understand that we're going to get thrown out. And we cannot believe that they have forsaken the wonderful hotel known as the Great. Alexander the Great, one of the greatest hotels in downtown Paphos, by the way. And they've neglected it this year. They're going to check themselves into the, well, the Olympic Lagoon. They're going up market. There we go. Nigel Big Guns is flexing that plastic friend. Feast your eyes, digest, have a look at those views. Doesn't get much better than that. That is for sure. If you're looking for that perfect place to get that perfect winter sun, well, to be honest, I think Coral Bay has got to be at the top of that list. Now, don't be thinking if you come here on holiday that there's much open. There isn't. But often people at this time of year, if they're thinking of getting away from it, is because they've had a busy Christmas, a hectic work life, and they want to chill out. Guess what? This could be that perfect place. Feast your eyes and digest again. Have a look at that. So let's keep going. Let's get to the Corallia Beach and let's walk to the water's edge and transcend across that beach. And you're going to see some people swimming. You're going to see the beautiful golden sand. And on top of all of that, you're going to get to see the beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea and the sun glistening down. It's going to take your breath away. A beam of light is coming to your screens, whether it be a TV screen or your smartphone or your tablet. We're beaming the love and the light straight to you, all the way from downtown Corallia Bay, Coral Bay, Paphos, on the island of love, which is Cyprus. Have a look at that. There we go. It adds new meaning to the words beach walk. It's much better. Who wants to watch scantily clad women or men, whichever way you want to look? Hold on a minute. I was about to get wet feet there, Miss Andrea, but I quickly stopped. You see, this could be the perfect place for me to try out those super Tommies that Mr. Mart has, shall we say, gently loosened up for me. And I could walk in the beautiful tranquil waters along the Corallia Bay Beach. get them nice and smelly, and then give them back, and you can take them all the way back to Norfolk and dry them out, or perhaps chuck them in the North Sea. You never know. Beautiful little beach, and as you can see, there's people in the water, and there's people definitely sunbathing along the coastline. We're living in paradise, that's for sure. So why not get on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. Now, this is one of the best beaches in Cyprus, by the way. There's, again, debate over whether Coral Bay is better or whether the Corallia Bay is better. I personally believe that Corallia Bay is that little bit better. But that's a personal preference. They're both next door to each other. So if you find a Coral Bay beach, take a right. Keep going for about 5 minutes. And this is where you get to the Corallia Bay beach. The views to die for. Have a look at that. Anyway, we're having an absolutely spectacular day down here in Coral Bay. All that's missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy, because Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. Let's produce some fabulous views. Let's have a quick look out to sea and scan back round into the beauty and the spectacality and watch all of these people having the time of their lives. So why not come and join us? Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. And if you really want to watch the channel grow and go to new heights and new destinations, why not click through to our About page, where you can hit the Buy Me a Coffee icon. Buy us a coffee. One for me, one for Marika, and treat yourself and whoever else you might fancy. Look at that. I don't think it gets much better. Thanks for watching.